High above the skies of Dreamland, the mirror world needs help. A shadowy figure is unleashing chaos on the peaceful world. Meta Knight flies into the mirror world to protect Dreamland. However, hello everybody, it is your host Aku here, and welcome to Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. This is going to be a brand new playthrough for the channel here. So now, a bit of a background. This was made by Flagship, the developers. I think they were part of a division of Capcom. I would say was, because that developers went completely out of business. Because I think the last game they ever made was Kirby Squeeze Squad, but that's for a later time. But this game itself, I got this from a Christmas gift. I believe I was around 7 years old at the time, and I think this was also my 7th Game Boy Advance game ever, and I love the sprite work. It's very similar, if not the same exact same, as Nightmare in Dreamland, which I did a Let's Play on, or a playthrough on, whatever you want to call it, last year. So, also, I had to start the playthrough with that intro cutscene, otherwise we would be jumping to this, apparently. And, what the hell? Also, one more thing, finally I can play GBA games at 60 frames per second. I figured out the settings to make that happen, because all this time I was literally playing games in 20 frames per second, which I'm like, what? 20 frames per second? Shouldn't it at least be 30? But at least I figure out how to do this shit now. Ah, help me out, Miyamoto Kirby. Oh yeah, that's because Miyamoto wanted Kirby to be yellow originally. That was a long time ago. And how there was this whole debate going on during the first development of the first Kirby game, which I think I mentioned when I did my Kirby Dreamland gameplay video? I don't know. It was only one part, and, well, shit. Shit, I'm not doing a very good job here. I'm trying to get used to the controls here, but I did do a test playthrough, so... I'm so reckless. And they're rocking health bars, which is very interesting. I think this is actually... I'm gonna be real with you, it's like one of the more, unique Kirby games ever, because it's actually one of the very few non-linear, or I think this might be the only non-linear Kirby game I've known. Unless if there's ones that I might not notice, but other than that though, I feel like this is the only game of its own kind, honestly. So as you can pretty much see, the whole objective now is to pretty much recollect all the mirror shards pieces, because now we gotta save Meta Knight because he got trapped inside there. But before we can anyone else can do anything about it, the whole mirror got shattered into pieces, or at least the glass. And thus our adventures appear, or it begins. No, I don't remember if I had this before or after I got my Game Boy Advance SP. If you guys see ever seen a picture of my Game Boy Advance SP, or at least the one I've had for a very long time, and I still have it to this very day, and it still works. That's not my first SP. If anything, that would be my second. My first one was in red originally, and that one broke. Because I dropped that shit several times like a bitch. So, and I realized the color that I currently have is the pearl blue. I always thought it was silver for a very, very long time. Maybe I might put a picture in the... I might place the picture somewhere in the video, somewhere. If you can see it now. But yeah, that's the Game Boy Advance SP I have to this very day, and it's been like over 15 years since I have it, so I even still own this game to this very day, which makes it even more special. This is actually one of my childhood games, and I've kept so many of my childhood games to this very day because I know that to some people it's like oh, now I think about it. I actually want— no, you stupid bitch! Son of a bitch! Sorry about that. I want to be Missile Kirby. Because I can do that. There we go. I'm surprised Shadow Kirby did not die there. Thanks for the one-up. Also, it's pretty non-linear because it kind of requires you to, in order to complete everything, you have to go to every single area in the game. Not one place can't be left behind. Shit. What else? There we go. Now I realized that. Oh shit. Okay. I keep forgetting this was a thing. Alright, there we go. Yeah, there are alternative pathways you can take, and that's what makes it really special about this game. And can you please stop? We can technically go to a normal route, and basically what that... Ooh. There we go. Well, that's some interesting stuff. I'm pretty sure we can head back to this area later on. But right now, how about we keep going? Because, all we could do now is just go to this pathway here. You can actually go to this normal route here, and you could just face a boss and try to acquire one of the missing shard pieces. And also, this whole plot here is that we're now trapped in this mirror world, so we have to collect all the shards, save the day, so that we can return back to Dreamland. That's pretty much the whole plot, but I've always get confused of how the hell I think like back then I used to get really confused as to how apparently Kirby somehow multiplied into 4. But I think that's more like Kirby's reflections, and I think there's like different versions of Kirby, if anything. But then again, I could be wrong. Shit. Now, if I remember correctly, there might be a goal. Almost kind of like a regular goal to where we can just, where we can just reach through a regular exit. There we go. There we go. These guys got it. There we go. There we go. One of the interesting aspects of this game is that you do get to call help if you're in a pitch. This game does have multiplayer, and I think each players play as different Kirbys. I think player 1 plays as Kirby, and then players 2 to 4 plays one of the other colored Kirbys. And I think you can change colors at any time, assuming if you find the spray. Assuming if you can find one of the treasures, and if you end up finding one of the color sprays, which is very possible. I think there's a lot of there we go. We got a 1-up. Oh shit, missed it. I missed another one. Yeah, usually if you go to that really big door there, or big mirror there, you find a regular goal. When I think about it now, I think I can just go to the boss, which I could have done so minutes ago. And since while I'm doing that, I could also go to the alternative routes here. Because I think, we're not able to unlock the map yet, so, it's not something you have to worry about yet, so... but eventually you know for sure where the hell you're supposed to go. And there we go. Usually going through different routes is pretty much mandatory if you want to beat the game 100%, which I'll try to do so, but it's not 100% guaranteed. But if I could end up doing that, that's great. As a matter of fact, I did manage to do 100% for Nightmare in Dreamland, so what's to say that I can't do that here? Oh, you bitch. Screw it. When I think about it, was there something there? Guess I'll never know. There we go. Oh, if you worry about, like, holy shit, like, phone batteries are aplenty in this game. It is aplenty. I mean, of course, this is the only game that does this, but it's plenty nonetheless. Right now, I'm gonna have to stand there and wait. Never mind. And with that, we unlocked another world, if anything. We And I think we can take a look at the world map now. Yeah, pretty much, now we can easily just go to the boss and we can get a shard there, which is what I'm planning to do anyway, so... Yeah, how about it? Let me grab fighter. I think this is considered to be area 2. Oh shit. Why did I do that? Let's we can pretend that didn't happen. And there's a door here. I wonder if I can break these with sword. I'm guessing not. Never mind. I'll go back there and see what I can do from there. Okay. We are invincible. Here we go. There we go. I don't think that was necessary, but yeah, like I said, there are plenty of phone batteries if you feel like you're running out of one to call out your friends. The reason why I'm not doing so very much is, I'm very familiarized with the game already, to the point where I don't necessarily need them, but, there may be at times where it does become a bit necessary or mandatory, I think, where you kinda need them, but other than that though, I should be okay. Especially for this first boss anyways, you'll figure out what... You'll know for sure who is this. Yeah. There we go, with no damage. And that's pretty much the whole, that's pretty much the idea. We gotta go to different places, fight different bosses, and collect each respective, mirror shards, and while you're pretty much going around places, so does the other Kirbys. So they do their own thing, and if you want their help, just press the R button. I wouldn't recommend... Try not to press the L button by accident. Basically, what it does is that if you go... You'll be taken by a warp star and you'll come back straight here. So if you're in a pitch for whatever reason, or if you feel like, if you need to get out for whatever reason, so... Shit, did I forget to pick this up? That was weird. I'm trying to think. No, that's not what I meant. So, if I remember correctly, if we can go to, alright. I'm trying to see where exactly I can go. And if anything, how the hell did he get there? So right now we can't really do much because apparently, I can't know for sure here, but,